Hello, hello. I'm Christelle with Christelle's Country Creations, and if you're watching this on YouTube and you like it, please hit subscribe below. Now we'll just wait for see if anyone gets on. And we may not, because I understand that it is Friday afternoon. Hi, Mimi. Hi. I thought everybody might be busy this afternoon, so if you hop on, say hello, please. Let me know where you're from. Hey, Asia. I thought we'd start a little bit earlier today. Hey, Mom. And let me just see if I can pull me up. Hope y'all are having a great day. Hi, Connie. It's Friday, right? So everybody should be having a good day. Hopefully y'all get a nice weekend. Are you making supper? Oh yeah. What you making? What are you making tonight? Friday night? Like pizza, something easy? My family is very lucky if I cook anything anymore. I just don't like cooking anymore. I used to do everything from scratch and not anymore. Hey Linda. Hi sweetheart. Geraldine. Hey from Ontario. Thank you for joining us. Hi from Australia. Amanda. Thank you for joining and welcome. Welcome. Hey Suzanne. All right. So I wanted to get an early start today because we're making something kind of cool. At least, I hope it's cool. I tested like a little section of what I'm going to show you, and we'll see if it works for the whole thing. I didn't have time to like try the whole thing. So, but anyway, so we are going to be using almost all Dollar Tree stuff today. Doesn't happen very often with me. Okay, but I wanted to give it a whirl. So what I'm seeing in the designer world, things, oh, grilling, yeah. So what I'm seeing in like the designer world, some things that seem to be popular in some circles are big stems on pumpkins, like really big stems, and elevated centerpieces. So I thought, how can I take that, and since it's kind of hip, I guess, how can I come up with something that like the average person can just afford to do on their own? So this is my idea. So you're going to need your tote. Everybody's got a tote from Dollar Tree, right, with all their goodies in it and stuff. So you're going to need a tote. You're going to need your 2 pumpkin frames, right? Hi, Vanya. Welcome from Malta. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Marilyn from Hammond, Indiana. Thank you for joining us. So along with your 2 pumpkin frames, you're going to need 4 of the 14-inch wreath rings. And if you so choose, they have, Dollar Tree has like this platter. I don't know if we're going to use it, but we're going to keep it around just in case. So, you know me, those of you who watched me before, I'm very much into creating and engineering the base. So, I want to be, when it comes to designing, you know, sometimes I can't design everything in front of you guys just because it takes me a long time with my brain injury and stuff. But getting the foundation of something, you can take that idea and create so many awesome things for your home or for your customers. So, and a Dollar Tree waste paper basket. Yeah, this was $1. right? Okay, so the other things that you're going to need are, you know, some florals, some ribbon, aluminum foil, some twine, and just some stuff from Dollar Tree. And zip ties, of course. We are going to need zip ties, larger ones and the 4-inch ones. Okay, so now that I've showed you that bit, shall we get started on creating something fun? Hi, Joanne. Okay, first we're going to start off on something that I've showed you all before, but I will show in case there's anybody new on. And I'll zoom in here in just a second so that you can see. Just going to take these tags off. I hope y'all are going to have an awesome weekend. We here in Colorado are supposed to get some moisture, and if you haven't heard, our state is burning up. We have like smoke outside constantly. It's pretty awful. So we're praying for rain this weekend. Okay, so grab yourself some zip ties. Just some small ones will be fine. I'm going to zoom in here so y'all can see a little better. Oops, not quite that much. Let's see. Hopefully that'll be a little bit better. Okay. So take one of your pumpkin frames and a zip tie. Find 2 bars. Let me see. Okay, find 2 bars that are across from each other. Okay, put that on the light so you can see it. And you're going to want to lay your pumpkin frame parallel to these bars, and you're going to want them the same distance away. You're going to go up to the 2nd bar, okay, and wrap around the bar and the pumpkin frame, and it won't hold still for a minute. And then you're going to do the same thing on this end. This is how I did my cauldrons for anybody who's seen the cauldrons. Joanne in Arizona, yes. I mean, we just need moisture, right? We just need a good rain, a good soaking. Okay. And pull those zip ties super tight. As tight as you can. My hands aren't as tight as they used to be. Aren't as strong as they used to be. Not as tight either. All right. And then you're going to take the other one. You're going to turn that. You're going to take this one and do the same thing. Ugh, come on. This bit's just kind of cumbersome. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. Michelle, how are you? Lisa, I'm doing good. Thank you. I hope you're well. Are you well? Hey, Amy. Okay, so we're good doing that one, and we're going to come over here and do this one too. So for those of you that watch me, you know this is how I did the cauldrons. Okay, and then we just snip off the extra bits. Okay, then you bring your pumpkin frame together, and just under where these two meet, you're going to grab another zip tie, and you're going to zip tie there. And then you're going to turn it over, and you're going to zip tie over here. Hey, Debbie from Florida. Oh, yes. Bless all you down there getting all that. I hope you're all well. Gosh, all that storm from Hurricane, what was her name? I don't remember. Hey, Sonia. Welcome. Thank you for popping in. Okay, so this, some of you may remember, this is how I did my cauldrons, okay? From here, this is a very strong base. And then what I do is I just put a little bit of glue over top each one to kind of hold it, you know. A little hot glue never hurts anything unless it touches your fingers. Okay, so here we have a great foundation to do all kinds of ideas, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to set that aside. Laura, that's it, Hurricane Laura, yes. Oh, thanks, Asia. All right, what we are going to do is, this is pretty soft. You know, it's just $1. It's not real big or anything like that. It's soft. So I want to put this kind of in this spot a little bit. So I want it to elongate a little bit. Now, you don't have to. You could set it on top and zip tie it to the top. You can do it that way. Or you can squish it a little bit. I will actually do it both ways because I've already got one kind of done. I'll show you how to do it this way on this one though first. All right. So if you want to fasten it to the top, you're going to have to get your hand underneath here. And you're going to have to go down and then come up. And why would we want to put this on? Why would we want to put this on something, right? Well, it just elevates it to make a centerpiece. So you can fasten it just right on it like this, or you can smush the top a little bit and push it in, and I'll show you how I did that other one. Kind of wishing I did it this way. But so from here, all you gotta do is center it. Get you some hot glue, put the hot glue on there, and I would do probably 2 more zip ties on each end to make sure it's all solid. Okay, I'm going to use this for another project, so I'm not actually going to do that now. But so here's a good foundation to do all kinds of things. Now you have something that's elevated that you can decorate as whatever. You can have this as an Easter basket. You can have it as a ornament on a, you know, a tree. You can make it a tree if you wanted. You just have to add a little bit here at the top and it's a tree. So you can do all kinds of things from here. Okay, so let me show you what I am going to use. Oh, like, share, and yes, yes, please. Please like and share. If you wouldn't mind, I sure appreciate it. Okay, so many of you saw my cauldrons. Okay, if you didn't, I have a couple of videos out there on this weaving technique using the 2 pumpkin frames. So all of this is the same, except this one, I made a little oval and I zip tied it to the inside. So I actually stuck it inside the frame a little bit and elongated it and put my zip ties on it. I'm just going to cut these off so you don't see them. Hi, Ted. Ted's my husband, y'all. All right. Okay, so I was thinking, all right, so now I've got an elevated something I can use as a centerpiece, which is kind of hip. So I thought, Well, what do I want to do with it now? It's pretty sturdy, but what do I want to do? Okay, so this is what I came up with. The other frames that we had, okay, the other 4-inch frames that we had, we're going to take and, sorry I didn't have that done before y'all. I got y'all in here. So all I did to do this was I cut this in fourths. Because obviously it was too small to go around. It fit in the center and I needed it actually in it. So all I did was cut them so that they'll fit around, and then just measure your last bit and put that in there like this. Okay, so now we've got some floral stuff that'll fit all the way in there. Yay! Okay, I'm going to take that all out for a second, and I got some Dollar Tree moss. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. Oh, zoom out a bit. Okay, sorry. Is that better? Hold on. Okay, we'll just zoom all the way out. All right, so I got the Dollar Tree moss, and this is going to be such a mess, y'all. It is. It's just going to be a mess. So, and I don't know if it's actually going to work because I didn't try it. So, we'll see. And it might be better to not use the Dollar Tree moss because it's so, it doesn't hold together as well as the other moss. So I'm just giving this a bed of moss to lay on. I mean, sometimes it's good to use Dollar Tree stuff, and actually sometimes it's actually cheaper to use something that's not Dollar Tree stuff, right? Okay. Okay. So to ensure that some of this is going to stick and not fall out the bottom like I think it might, I am going to put glue on the bottom and put the pieces in. So, come on. Glue. And then just push it down. Hi, Rose. We are making an elevated fall centerpiece. It looks like we're making a mess right now, doesn't it? Okay. I don't like the Dollar Tree moss, y'all. Sorry. Where's my other moss? I have it downstairs. I don't even have it up here. Dagnabbit. Okay. So y'all, if I was you, I wouldn't use the Dollar Tree moss. I would use different moss. I would use the kind, you know, that kind of sticks together. Get it at Hobby Lobby and it's real stringy. It kind of pulls together. That would be better to use for this particular experiment. Okay, so now we've got that on there, and we've got glue, so we know at least some of that moss is going to stick. And I wonder if this moss is any better. Probably not. Let me see. When it comes to my floral designs, I don't use a whole lot of Dollar Tree stuff, so I'm kind of new to the floral element here. Actually, I kind of like this one better. Feels kind of wet, moist. Okay, we'll try this one and see how it goes. So the idea is to cover all of this, right? Oh, this bit is going to take forever. Where is my other moss? Okay. I don't have any. We'll just keep this up. So anyway, the green moss is definitely better than the brown moss. Beach Island, South Carolina. Hi, Peggy. Thanks, Rose, for your vote of confidence. Hi, Melissa. Thanks, y'all. All right. So let me explain why I'm putting this moss down. It's just, if any of you are florists out there or deal a lot with, you know, making a lot of floral arrangements and stuff, you know, you always cover up your foam stuff, you know, with something. And I thought I could make the Dollar Tree stuff work instead of using my regular stuff. My regular stuff is actually downstairs in my other craft area. So, if it doesn't cover 100%, it will be okay because we're going to cover it with flowers anyway. It's just it won't look as professional. So, which is a little bummer because I do like my stuff to look professional. Wish my daughter was home. I'd send her downstairs to grab my thing of moss. And we'd use that for the next bit. Okay, so cover your stuff. Put on the other, oh no, sorry, that's for the bottom. So the top, all right, you're going to want to get your zip ties ready. Okay, can y'all still see? So we're elevating this one up to, yeah, I don't like that moss. We are elevating this up to the other wreath. And you're going to zip tie it. And once you get a couple on, it won't be so hard. So we'll turn it, and we'll get another one on. You gotta hold your zip tie right. All right. It looks a mess now, y'all, but it will look good in the end. At least that's what I see in my mind. I see something cool in the end. Alright. So just go through and zip tie the whole thing everywhere. that is indeed the last time I will be using that moss. Not trying to badmouth them, it just doesn't work for my particular need here. Okay. Oops, one more. So just together. But it didn't. So use the stringy moss that you have to actually rip apart. That would be the great stuff to use. Okay. Oh my gosh, y'all. That is such a mess. Oh, it's driving me crazy. Alright, just give me 1 second here. Can't work under those conditions. Anybody else have better luck with that kind of moss? I never realized it was quite, it's just a different kind. It's just a different kind. Okay. Okay. All right. So now you have a base for all your florals that you want to put in there. All right. So, and the idea is to, what we did up here with this ring, with the styrofoam things and a better moss, was to do the same thing down below. So you have got an area here to put florals and down here so that you can do your centerpiece. Let's start with the one on top. Oh, good. Okay. Dollar Tree does have a lot of really good florals that aren't too bad at all. They got a lot of fun, different things. So let's start tearing them off and putting them on. Hello, Linda from Canada. Hi, thanks for joining. So, and all these are just $1. My moss, the moss project didn't work, y'all. It did not work. Now I'm really upset. Okay. All right, so let's get out some leaves. And start cutting this stuff off to use it to do our floral. So, the elevated centerpiece does not look crazy good right now. It looks pretty scary. But, y'all, it is going to get better, I promise. So, as soon as we start getting some florals on here, aren't these pretty? I mean, Dollar Tree did get some good ones in this fall. I don't know if they usually get good kind of flowers in or not, but dang, these are kind of cute. I know, it looks terrible right now. Hi, Joy. Welcome. Welcome. It looks scary right now, but it will come around. And if it doesn't, well, guess what? We'll start over. I mean, not tonight, y'all. We all won't start over tonight, but so you just want to go around your wreath now and just do a lovely floral design all the way around it. Hi, Janice. Welcome. Okay, so we're going to go around, just adding floral after floral after floral. You will probably go through quite a bit of florals with the Dollar Tree stuff. I've got a lot of florals and stuff, and I mean, I am impressed with some of their flowers. I really quite like them. So you just want to go fluidly throughout. I'll get some different colors stuff going on here. And you wouldn't have to add the bottom if you didn't want to. So tonight you won't see it like that with the bottom piece on too. But in my mind, I saw it with 2 pieces, and so I want to finish it the way I have it in my mind so that I can get rid of that idea. Because of my brain injury, when I think of something, it like stays in my brain until I do it, and then I can finally like relax after I've made it look good. So anyway. Oh, I hope so. Yes, I hope it'll be cool. And put your stuff at different heights too. We'll get some elevation coming up on this path here that we're doing. And I have a pick machine. Well, let me just cut and use what I've got. A pick machine is a machine that you use to add like picks to your florals, you know. It sure makes stuff like this easier, a lot easier. And it's not as hard to find like to find your way to the bottom of that. I thought it was going to be a little harder than it is, but it's not. So you probably want to, for this project, now the reason why I used this mesh up here in the on the pumpkin is because if I would have used Dollar Tree mesh, it would have cost about, well, I would have had to get about 20 rolls. And you know, I didn't want to have to get 20, well, I do have 20 rolls, but I didn't want to use it. And fabric mesh, those of you who know me, know that fabric mesh is my favorite. It just lays really nicely. So I'll do this like front section here, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to use the, we're going to make this stem look like a designer stem. You know how, I don't know if I'm really into it, but I mean, some people really are. Having the stems be like super huge. So I was thinking, well, what can I show you guys that you can get that same look, you know, on more of a budget? Because I was pricing some of those pumpkins with those long stems, and they're pretty expensive. And you know, when you're making wreaths and florals and stuff, you try real hard to keep the cost of everything down. All right. I just wanted to throw a little bit more of that color over there. A little bit more orange balls. These are all Dollar Tree. They're really nice. Okay, so you get the idea here, and if my mesh would have worked out properly, you would have seen the bottom, but I'm not going to do the bottom tonight, but I will do it, and then I'll post pictures of it on how it looked when it was done. Okay. So a friend of mine, oh yeah, that's a great idea, Peggy. So do I, actually. But a friend of mine was doing, making the stem bigger on her, one of her lives. Her name is Valerie Bennett with Val's Crafty Creators. And so she used aluminum foil. I had this back, but I don't like how it is too circular. And I could take it off at about here, but I want the stem to kind of go up instead of over. So I'm going to use what she used. And get to your kitchen, girls and guys, and get the heavy duty aluminum foil and squish it. And you're just going to keep doing that until you kind of get the shape that you're looking for. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And we're going to cover this as well. I think it can be a little bigger. Hey Rose, that's a good idea too. I totally would use chicken wire. That's actually something I've got on the farm. But I thought, well, what does everybody have? That's a great idea. No, we're not going to leave it metal looking. Yeah. Nope, nope, nope. I'm going to get a little bit more on the end. Like, for real, have you guys seen some of those designer pumpkins that have like that super, super long trunk or long stem on them? It's crazy. And I want mine kind of misshapen. Awesome. Okay, so after you've made your shape of what you want, then grab yourself from Dollar Tree. These are also from Dollar Tree. Here is this is a jute wire cord. We're going to make little spirals stem. And this is just nautical rope. Just a buck. Dollar Tree, yeah. Oh, it's going to be tricky to connect it? Maybe so. My idea was wire. So, I think that I'm going to actually wrap it first because it'll be harder to wrap it up there. So, I think that I will, oh, but I want it wrapped around here. So, all right, we might have to tilt this baby up a little bit so y'all can see the top. So because on the back here, I want to include this in the stem. So I'm going to have to, when I wrap it with that rope, I want to wrap it with this too. So I wasn't going to adhere this until I wrapped it in rope, but we will do it that way. So I'm going to use, now you can do this probably a number of ways. We could probably use a zip tie, which actually might not be a bad idea. Hold on. A zip tie is going to hold it a little bit better than I think the wire will. So, but you wouldn't want to use just one. You're going to want to use more than one. So, let me show you. Can you see? That should not happen. All right. So if you can see, we're going to use one zip tie. Zip ties are our friends, ladies. Man. I use zip ties every single day. Every day for something, for sure. All right. Pull it tight. And then we're going to do one at the bottom to hold the bottom on there too. Because we do not want it going anywhere, and we want it nice and secure. And then when we want something secure, what do? We hot glue it too. So we are going to be putting some hot glue on here. Careful not to get it on yourself. So just hot glue that baby everywhere that it's attached to that right there. Then we will turn it and run some hot glue here so it doesn't ever slip off. Okay. least if I bought enough rope, it'll be a cool stem. All right. Everybody still with me? Everybody doing good? Okay. So now I'm going to take another zip tie, because I love zip ties, and I'm going to take this end. Boy, this rope is not as long as I thought it was. And can you see what I'm doing? I'm wrapping it around the stem that's sticking up, and because you're not going to see this stem area down here, because I'm going to put some leaves and things around that, so you're not going to see it. And let's double do it. Oh, no, don't be impressed. Trial and error, right? If we try one thing and it doesn't work, then we just try another thing. We women, when we want something bad enough, we figure out a way to do it, don't we? Okay. Now I'm going to have to turn this a lot, so let me clear off my workspace just a little bit. If we have time, we'll do more florals on it and stuff so you can see the whole thing getting done. That stuff is still falling out of there. I may take that apart tonight, y'all, and get my real stuff on there. Okay. So, you're going to want to hit your, put some glue on the area that you're going to do. When you start wrapping your rope. And then it's almost easier if you hit the rope below it and continue wrapping. So, wrap, wrap, wrap. I think you guys are going to be pretty sick of me by the time tonight's over with. This is going to take forever. I think for our next project, I'll bring up my glue gun that has a cord on it. I do have to kind of hold this a little bit while it cools off a bit. See if I can get away with every other row. This is making our stem a nice big stem for a nice big pumpkin. Oh, thanks, Suzanne. You're sweet. I do need finger covers, and I actually have them. Actually, I have them right here. And I think maybe I'll put one on because I want to grab that. Great idea, Rose. I never keep them on, though. I'm very tactile. Gotta feel everything. It's Friday night. Anybody gonna go on a date or anything? I don't think we have anything planned for the weekend. We went up to Nebraska last weekend to a lake, and it took me quite a while to catch up on stuff this week after being gone just for the weekend. Spent about 3 hours mowing the other day. Ugh, it was so awful. It's so dusty outside. I had to have a mask on just to keep the dust and dirt off of me. Okay, awesome. We are getting to the point we're going to need another rope. So let me just get this ready while the hot glue gun stays hot. Usually I don't make that big of a mess, y'all, but gee whiz. The studio is a disaster today. It's got this, there we go. I don't want that on there. Yep, Rose got me. Got me. I'm going to put a smaller one on and see if it helps. Okay. I never use my glue gun very much. I always use my glue pot. But I can't find my little stick thing that I used using it. Okay. Getting to the back here. I didn't pay that much attention like I should have. So we're going to have to camouflage a few things back here. Which is completely fine because we will put little swirlies and all kinds of stuff on the, this rope is not the same size. It's supposed to be the same size. Some of it is, some of it's thinner. Okay. It's getting hot in here. Okay. See if we can do a few. If you try to do too many wraps, sorry. If you try to do too many wraps without gluing them, the aluminum foil will show through. So, oops. You want to be real careful with that. With our designer's pumpkin centerpiece here. pork chops and dressing for supper. Oatmeal chocolate chip cookies too, Mom. And peanut butter ones. Ugh, you're killing me, Mom. We will probably have a frozen pizza or something. All right. You guys have any requests on what you want to do? What you want to what you want to do next time? I mean, I have lots of ideas. And my mama might start helping me with something here. I'm going to start making some wreath embellishments. And I'm working on making the patterns now to a cool little guy that I hope I'll have done by Wednesday for sure. And I'll show you all Wednesday on my live. My mom's always cooking, y'all. She always cooks. She's a good cook. Whew. I might have to turn up this fan. All right, so now we're getting to where it's angling a little bit. And if we're not careful enough and there's too many see-through bits, then I will just take a thinner rope and kind of go through there and cover them up. Let's see. There, that's a little better. Supposed to be used for. So this bit takes a while, y'all, but I think it's going to look really good. I'm excited to see how it turns out. Rose, do you see me? I am using every finger but the finger I have on. I can't use those things to save my life, man. I bought them. I saw somebody had them, and I was like, you know, I really should get some of those. I really do burn my fingers quite often. And I tried them on and I was like, oh, these are cumbersome. So cumbersome. Oh, y'all. So, speaking of wine, Red Wine Day. Speaking of Red Wine Day, happy Red Wine Day, right? So, this last week when we got back from our camping trip, my grapes, most of my grapes were ready. We have a small orchard. And grapes and stuff in the orchard area. So I got almost 12 pounds of grapes out of my grapevines this year, and there's probably still another 8 pounds out there. So I am going to, this weekend, I am going to look up a recipe and make some wine. Won't be ready for probably a year or two, but that's what I'm doing. I'm going to make some wine with that. And I'm adding blackberries, I think, to the wine. Because I have some blackberries and they really need to be used up and I can't eat them all. So I thought I'm going to make red wine and blackberry, or like a red wine with blackberries in it. You know what I mean? Oh, I used the right finger there, Rose. Looks like, I'm pretty sure I have another bag in my tote over here of this rope. We've made plum wine before. When we used to live in town, there was a neighbor who had plums. Always had plums. And a couple of years we went and got their plums and made plum wine. Cool. It's looking cool, right? Oh no, an allergy? Oh, man. Well, you would have liked our, let me just look in my tote for some more rope. You would have liked our plum wine. We made peach wine one year, too. Oh, good. We made peach wine one year, too. It was pretty good. It was very, very strong. It was very strong. Thanks, sis. Asia is my oldest daughter, y'all. Okay. There's a little dip back here in the back. So I'm going to utilize that little dip. And I'm going to cut the rope back here, and in this dip, I'm going to start the other one. So I'm just going to, actually a little shorter, cut that. Got my fingers on. And, hold on just a second. Which one? The plum one, neither one of them were that sweet. I was a little surprised because, you know, you do put a lot of sugar in them and stuff. But no, neither one of them were extremely sweet. Like, I don't really like sweet wines, honestly. I'm more of a Cabernet kind of a girl. Hi, Debbie. Oh, you used to live in Golden. Oh, one of my daughters goes down there every single weekend. Her boyfriend lives in Golden. Yeah, kind of what. It was pretty high octane, wasn't it, Asia? I don't know why it turned out like so strong. That was before I hit my head, so I don't really remember the actual process of making it. I know we did make it, but so I think we're going to get out the wine making things this weekend. and see how it goes. Yeah, I'm hoping this wine that we're making will be more, you know, a little, I don't like it that sweet. Oh my goodness. This takes such a long time. So, since I'm making wreath embellishments, you guys, the thing that I'm making needs to be stuffed, right? And so I had a few bags of, you know, polyfill, and it took a whole bag last night to work what I was working on, and I looked at the bag and I'm like, well, how much is in here? I thought it was a pretty decent bag, but it was only 12 ounces, because you know that polyfill doesn't weigh nothing. So today, when I had to run into town, I thought, okay, well, I'm going to need more of this polyfill stuff, because evidently it doesn't go as far as you think it will. So I found at Joann's a 20-pound box of polyfill. And it's a pretty big box. Dang it. It's a pretty big box. 20 pounds of polyfill. My goodness. I got up to the cash register, the lady was like, I didn't even know we had that big of bags of polyfill. I said, neither did I. And I got to use my 60% off coupon to buy it. Yeah! Score. Alright guys, we're almost done with this stem. Ow! Blast! Son of a gun. Ow, ow, ow. All right, Rose, that serves me right. Yeah, that is a lot of it. Where's another finger? Oh, jeez. Putting another finger on. Wear your fingers, girls, when you're doing this, because you'll burn your fingers. Okay, we're getting to the nitty-gritty up here. Let's see how far we can get with this end bit. More important than ever to really have control over it. Okay. Hold until it cools when you get to this tippy end. That way, you know, your tip's gonna look nice. So we are gonna fill this end with glue, glue, glue. And we are going to twist, twist, and twist. And use our fingers and squish the end and see how it holds. tip to hold that last little bit. Because we want a nice swirl on the end. Okay. I'm going to cut off this end. Oops. It wants to unravel. So use your fingers. Do the last little bit of glue. Twist and push. Boy. Whew. I knew this was going to be like a challenge tonight. It wouldn't have been, I mean, the whole moss thing, that was a real big bummer. That was not, I did not expect that to be any of my problem tonight, as a matter of fact. I had anticipated other things being a problem, but not that. So it just goes to show, right? You never know. All right. All right, ta-da! Can we even see that? Oh, my mentor is on live right now. Boy, I really, let's see, 4:13, hour and 13 minutes. All right, let me show you. Come on. Finger, what do they call them? Finger something. All right, so we'll use the rope for that. So this twine stuff should be pretty fun to use. And this one is coming off the rope. Oh, good grief. Well, it's Dollar Tree. I can't complain, right? I just took off my fingers, Rose. All right. You think they would have glued the ends down before they did that. I'm going to let that cool a little bit. All right. All right, let me find some of my leaves. So there were two kinds of leaves. I don't know if you've noticed. There's like a brown one and a more orangey one. I really actually wanted some really big leaves, but I don't know where my big leaves are. So what I'm going to do is I will go back through here and glue it. I just want to give you an idea. I'm surprised my husband was on here. I just thought, he's at work and he doesn't know I'm going live earlier today. So, he must have got a notification. So I'm going to look through my stuff and see if I can actually find some of my really big leaves. I do not know where they are. I do have some of these. These are from Dollar Tree also. see. And they have little clips on them. So it should clip to the fabric here. Let me see. Oh, that's kind of cute. Right, girls? Ladies and gentlemen? Oh, hey, Jordan. Hi, Wendy and Carrie. So, we're making an elevated designer centerpiece tonight with Dollar Tree stuff. So this one I want to hang down a little bit. I'm going to put this one down here. They have different colors too. There's like this maroon. I think I'm going to set Mr. Pumpkin or Mr. Owl on our branch. I got sidetracked. I looked in there and saw all the goodies and really got sidetracked. Okay. But that's me. I'm like a squirrel. Get sidetracked super, super easy. What the heck is that? That's what happened. Okay, so I know I want a bow, y'all. So I'm going to put a few more leaves here. I'm going to put a bow here. I think we're going to put our little owl up here on the branch. There, up here. Shouldn't have any problems staying on there. You like the owl? Nice. Did you just get out, Suzanne? I hate having to get out because I hate wearing a mask. I'm claustrophobic. And when it's cold, it's not such a big deal to wear it, but when it's hot, I just feel like I can't breathe and I panic. Okay, he should be cool. I'm going to take off one of these. We kind of have this dark theme going throughout. So I'm just going to grab one of these and probably put it here. Oh, will that turn? Definitely glue these and not just use those clips that come in it. Okay, so here's the twisty stuff that I told you about. So I just take anything like my fat little finger and twist, twist, twist. And I should always find something more than that to twist, twist, twist. Let me use this so it comes off easier. It's my lighter that I use to burn ends. Okay, so twist, 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 twist. Oops, don't cross your twist. If you're going to do this, don't crissy-cross your twists, or it won't look right. Okay, twist, twist, twist. Okay. So this is a pretty big stem. So we're going to have pretty big, and you want it to kind of get bigger at the end, you know, and then kind of smaller at the top. And I dipped it in my glue pot. I'm going to come down here. Like this swirly? Hi, Minnesota. Hi, Robin. Thanks, Robin. It's a bit of a mess right now, but it will eventually turn about and be fun and cool. We had a bit of a mishap with the, what's that stuff called, girls? This, my floral, what is it? Moss. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to make several of those so that they are a lot more fun. And I am going to get, let's make a bow real quick. This is Dollar Tree ribbon. So let's just do a simple bow. So I want the tails to hang down a little bit, and you never know how much, so always give yourself a little extra. And I'm going to make pretty big loops. You just do that till about your loops are about the same. We're going to cut this one. And let's do green. So when I start making these embellishments, you guys, my mom might help me. I'm so excited about that. Oh, thanks, Mom. Pam, y'all. Pam is my mama. Okay, so let's just bring this out. Uh-oh. Sorry, my dogs are barking, guys. You're all right, Prometheus. Unless there's somebody really out there. We live in the country, you guys, so there shouldn't be anybody on my door at my door. Unless I was expecting a delivery today. Oh, which I am. Have you guys ever seen those flailing men? They kind of have a like a fan under them, and they're like a tube, and they kind of you know, dance all over the place. I bought one for my daughter. to have in her backyard, to have it going all the time. So I'm excited to get that in the mail and to put it in her backyard. She kind of has a rough time in her neighborhood. Oh, I want this one over there. So this bow is just kind of a quick and simple bow, but we do want some of it hanging down. Yeah, he's a German Shepherd. So he is a large breed. He is. He's a big boy. I think he weighs about, oh, he probably weighs 105 pounds, 110 pounds maybe. He's getting a little thick, actually. I told my daughter that he is getting just a little chunky. And Odie, you guys have seen mine. Prometheus is actually supposed to be his dad, I think. But there's a Saint Bernard that lives down the road, so I don't know. Bum, bum, bum. Where's our berries? Let's throw some berries in here. German Shepherds are my favorite breed. Yeah. We just lost our German Shepherd a couple of months ago. Pretty sure my husband and I were sick with COVID, and we're pretty sure she got it too. And it was when things were just coming, I mean, it was the beginning of March and stuff, and we tried real hard to get a vet to come out here because they wouldn't let us go in anywhere because my husband and I supposedly had COVID. So, but anyway, all right. Let's see where we're at. So, let me pull back out here. It's probably hard to see. I got so much crap in the background. Hold on. Because my studio is like, hold on. Let's see if that helps. That helps you can see. It's almost not tall enough. Almost. It's probably 2.5 to 3 feet tall. But the next time you see it, so because the moss was kind of a fiasco tonight, I'm not going to finish this because I'm going to take it apart and put good moss in there and then close it back up, put it together, and then I'll do the florals. And I am also going to be doing the florals on the bottom. So there will be a part of this, and that's why I got a black trash bag. So there will be a part of this. Let me see if I can lower you down a little bit. Okay. So there will be a part of this that you can see. I'll keep this, But I left that black because I wanted you to be able to see this netting here. So then there'll be another wreath down here on the bottom. And with that, I'm going to come out on the sides, or the ends, and elongate it a little bit and not come out so much on the sides. Thanks. I'm sorry, that was just really a bummer about the moss. I didn't anticipate that at all. I thought we were going to have other problems with the foundation. But anyway, you can take this idea, you know, of the, you know, doing it on an elevated stand. You can take this idea and use it for any holiday. And you can use, man, these pumpkin frames are good for so many designs. You know, the cauldrons, you can use it as a pumpkin. You could use it as an Easter egg or a basket. Or actually, you could make it a heart for Valentine's Day. I mean, the list goes on and on and on of what you could do with it. But anyway, so I hope you all got the elevated idea, you know, using the trash can and stuff. I hope you guys like that idea. I will probably finish this sometime this weekend, I hope. And I will give you guys little snippets of the things that I'm going to be making, the wreath embellishments. And but I'm trying to come up with my own pattern right now, and it's really hard to, I can sew, but I'm not like a seamstress or anything. I've done clothes and things, but I'm just not, you know, that person who can just whip up a pattern. So it takes me a couple of tries before I get the arms and the legs and the head and everything the right proportions and stuff. So we definitely made a disaster of the craft room studio tonight. Anyways, anybody have any questions on our elevated work form or anything like that? Is there anything that you guys would like me to do that you haven't seen me do or haven't seen someone else do? I would be more than happy to give something a try. So just message me and let me know. Thanks, Rose. Oh, thanks, Mom. We'll see. We'll find out. We'll find out anyway. Right now, what I made last night so far looks like some character wearing a loincloth, and that's not what I wanted it to look like. So I have to finish the top part of it, because otherwise you don't get what it's supposed to be. But anyway, thanks you guys for popping in tonight. I will finish this and let you guys know how it goes. And if I end up changing a lot of it, I'll probably get on and do a quick video and show you what I did to change it and things. And I'll probably do another one and upload the video onto my YouTube channel. So, and if you wouldn't mind sharing, liking, subscribing, all that, it really helps me in my business, and I sure appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much, Rose. You're so sweet. I hope you all have a good and safe weekend, and y'all take care, and I'll see you Wednesday at 5 Mountain Standard Time. Okay, see y'all later.